The Browning High Power is Switch's weapon in The Matrix 1999, highlighting her defensive role. When she holds Neo at gunpoint for the bug removal, you see this classic 9x19mm Parabellum in action. Today's market values these around $1,000 to $1,400, and for good reason. The post-1973 pre-Mark III model carries serious history. During the SWAT assault, Switch lays down cover fire with those 13-round magazines, getting every ounce of performance from the 124-grain FMJ rounds. At 32 ounces and 7.75 inches long, the weight sits perfectly in her hands. The silver chrome finish catches the light during firefights, while the adjustable sights keep her shots true within that 50-meter sweet spot. Those rounds hit at 1,1250 feet per second, enough punch to make SWAT think twice about advancing. The Wachowskis knew what they were doing, giving Switch a weapon that matched her no-nonsense approach to keeping the crew alive. The Glock 17 is the heartbeat of the iconic The Matrix 1999, chambered in 9x19mm Parabellum. Neo storms the government building with dual Glock 17s blazing, and suddenly everything makes sense about this pistol's legendary status. Watch him flip through the air in that black trench coat, and you understand why 17 rounds per magazine matters when you're fighting an army. The rounds fly at 1,200 feet per second, punching through body armor while Neo never stops moving. At just 22 ounces, these pistols practically disappear in his hands. The polymer frame keeps things light for those gravity-defying stunts, measuring only 7.32 inches total. No external safety to fumble with, just point and shoot. The real-world reputation for reliability shines here. When you're rescuing Morpheus from certain death, you need hardware that won't let you down. Street price runs $500 to $700 these days, making it the working Rebels pistol. Those 115 to 147 grain bullets give Neo options, though in slow-motion glory, every shot counts the same. Within 50 meters, accuracy stays tight, perfect for that government building's marble-columned killing floor. The Desert Eagle Mark 19 is a beast of a handgun, and in The Matrix 1999, it's the weapon of choice for Agent Smith, the cold, calculating enforcer of the system. His chrome-finished monster in .5 Action Express makes that crystal clear during the rooftop chase. We're talking 300 grain rounds traveling at 1,470 feet per second, the kind of impact that stops conversations permanently. 7 rounds might sound limited until you realize each one hits like a sledgehammer. This monster weighs 4.5 pounds and stretches 10.75 inches, demanding respect just sitting in a holster. Smith handles it like it weighs nothing, which says everything about his program's strength. Current prices range from $1,500 to $3,600, putting it in the premium category where it belongs. The practical range caps around 50 meters, though when you're an agent who can bend reality, distance becomes negotiable. Every shot Smith fires feels deliberate, calculated, The Matrix asserting control through sheer firepower. The heavy recoil that would stagger a human means nothing to him, turning this hand cannon into an extension of the system's will. The Beretta 84F's Cheetah is Trinity's weapon of choice in The Matrix 1999, embodying her precision and grace. Dodge this. Trinity's point-blank execution with this piece remains one of cinema's coldest moments. The .380 ACP might seem underpowered compared to Smith's Desert Eagle, but Trinity makes those 95 grain rounds count where it matters. Carrie-Anne Moss's smaller hands influence this choice. The 6.8-inch frame fits perfectly, weighing just 23 ounces for those rooftop acrobatics. Current market puts these between $660 and $800, reflecting Italian craftsmanship that never goes out of style. The stainless finish matches Trinity's ice-cold precision, while 13 rounds in a double-stack magazine give her options during extended fights. At 1,000 feet per second, the muzzle velocity won't win any contests, but within 25 to 50 meters, Trinity makes it work. The double-action trigger ensures reliability when agents can materialize anywhere, anytime. She dual-wields these during the opening chase, making every shot a statement about choosing finesse over force. The Beretta 92FS is Neo's primary weapon in The Matrix 1999, reflecting his transformation and precision in combat. The lobby shootout defines Neo's evolution, and his dual 92FS pistols punctuate every moment. Watch him drop empty magazines and draw fresh pistol old-school tactics on a digital battlefield. The 9x119mm Parabellum delivers consistent performance through 15-round magazines, while the all-metal construction absorbs recoil during rapid fire. Military heritage shows in every detail. This is the US M9 after all. Modern prices reflect that pedigree at $6,550. Weighing 33.3 ounces and measuring 8.5 inches, these pistols have substance without being unwieldy. The double/single action trigger lets Neo adapt his shooting style mid-fight, crucial when you're dodging bullets between shots. Those 124 grain rounds cruise at 1,250 feet per second, maintaining accuracy through the 50-meter engagement envelope. Pillars explode in slow motion as Neo demonstrates what believing in yourself really means. The Wachowskis chose this over raw power, emphasizing Neo's adaptability in the face of system control. The Leader Dynamics T2 Mk5. The Leader Dynamics T2 Mk5 is SWAT's carbine in The Matrix 1999 for deja vu ambushes. Those 55-62 grain rounds scream downrange at 3,000 feet per second, while lights and lasers paint targets in smoke-filled corridors. 20-round magazines feed these 7-pound carbines at 600-700 rounds per minute. The Commando variant at 31 inches fits perfectly in urban environments, with a 300-meter effective range that means business. These rare Australian imports fetch $2,000 but they surface, assuming you can find one. The Wachowskis grab these for tactical authenticity when SWAT kicks doors. They bring tools that match their training. The 5.56 pre-45mm NATO chambering delivers military-grade stopping power in a package that handles tight corners and long hallways equally well. The Zastava CZ-99 is the sidearm carried by the SWAT officers in The Matrix 1999, representing the Matrix's human enforcers caught in the system's grip. After the Oracle visit, Apoc hands Neo one of these practical iron for practical problems. This Yugoslavian design takes inspiration from the Sig Sauer P226, delivering 9x 119mm reliability through 15-round magazines. Neo examines it, then demonstrates his growing awareness by firing through walls at hidden threats. The 32.5-ounce weight and 7.8-inch length make it substantial enough for controlled shooting. Those 124-grain rounds leave at 1,200 feet per second, effective to 50 meters where most firefights happen. Running $400 to $600 today, it represents solid value for rebels on a budget. The ergonomic grip and double-action trigger help when split-second decisions mean survival. Sometimes the best weapons are the ones your enemy supplies. SWAT officers unknowingly arm the resistance with every confiscated piece. The Micro Uzi. The Micro Uzi is a relentless force in The Matrix 1999, dual-wielded by Neo and Trinity during the electrifying lobby shootout. Trinity drops a guard one-handed while Neo goes full dual-wield. These 9-ply 19mm buzzsaws empty 32-round magazines at up to 1,100 rounds per minute. Marble pillars disintegrate under the barrage as 124-grain rounds fly at 1,150 feet per second. At 3.3 pounds and 11.1 inches with stock folded, they're built for exactly this kind of mobile mayhem. The bent trigger guard accommodates one-handed operation, crucial for Trinity's acrobatic style. Neo flips through the air, both Uzis chattering, maintaining accuracy within 100 meters despite the chaos. Collectors pay $1,000 plus for these Israeli classics, though the full auto versions require serious paperwork. The folding stock stays collapsed during the lobby assault. No time for shoulder firing when you're constantly moving. Every burst defies the Matrix's control, raw firepower meeting awakened purpose. The H&K MP5K is a formidable weapon wielded by security forces in The Matrix, designed to counter the rebels' audacious attacks. Neo performs the iconic HK slap charging handle manipulation, then proceeds to clear rooms with surgical precision. These 4.4-pound subguns bring 900 rounds per minute of controlled aggression, fed by 30-round magazines of 9x 119mm ammunition. Measuring just 13 inches, they navigate the building's tight corridors perfectly. The SP-89 markings confirm the semi-auto variant used for filming. At 1,230 feet per second, those bullets stay supersonic to 100 meters, though most engagements happen much closer. Heckler & Koch precision commands $1,000 plus on today's market. Security tries desperately to contain Neo's advance, but their tactical discipline crumbles against someone who's transcended the rules. German engineering meets supernatural abilities. Guess which one wins? The Savdzi 61 Scorpion is a pint-sized terror, perfect for the grunts serving the Matrix's darker corners. Neo's customized versions sport tactical shrouds and grips, though the film shows 5.56mm casings ejecting instead of the actual .32 ACP movie magic for visual impact. These Czech pocket rockets weigh just 2.8 pounds, measuring 10.6 inches with stocks folded. 20 rounds of 73-grain ammunition feed at 850 rounds per minute, creating an impressive muzzle flash for the cameras. At 1,050 feet per second, the .32 ACP won't punch through armor, but within 25 meters it gets the job done. The $300 to $600 price tag reflects their specialty role concealable automatic weapons for close encounters. Henchmen carry these as backup pieces, ready for ambushes in dark corners. The folding stock and tiny frame let them appear from nowhere, though against Neo's evolved abilities they might as well be throwing rocks. The Colt AR-15 SP-1, styled like the M16A1, is a heavy hitter in The Matrix 1999, wielded by security forces during the gripping rooftop battle. Agent Smith hunts Neo and Trinity with his Desert Eagle, while guards lay down rifle fire from multiple angles. These 6.5-pound rifles send 5.56 by 45mm NATO rounds downrange at 3,000 feet per second, the kind of velocity that demands respect. Magazine capacity varies between 20 and 30 rounds, feeding at 700 to 900 rounds per minute on full auto. Stretching 39 inches with a 500-meter effective range, they dominate open spaces like that exposed rooftop. Today's collectors pay $1,500 per thon except I-1s. During the bullet time sequence, you see every round traced through the air as Neo bends reality to survive. The guards' training shows in their shooting stances, but training means nothing against someone who's learned to see the code. Those 55-62 grain bullets would devastate any normal target, forcing Neo to tap into newfound powers just to stay alive. The Colt M16 SP-1 is a soldier's rifle in The Matrix 1999, used by Neo on rooftops. More soldiers join the battle carrying these variants, mixing flash hiders and configurations. Neo cartwheels past their fire, even grabbing one mid-flip in a moment of pure cinematic audacity. Some rifles are rubber props for stunt safety, but the firing versions deliver the same 5.56 per 45mm punch. Weighing 6.3 pounds across 39 inches of barrel and stock, these rifles dominate at 400-500 meter ranges. The 3,100 feet per second muzzle velocity ensures devastating terminal ballistics. 20-round magazines were standard, though 30-rounders appear throughout the scene. Rate of fire hits 700 to 950 RPM when things get serious. Modern variants run $1,200 to $1,800 depending on configuration and authenticity. The bullet time sequence showcases every aspect from muzzle flash to brass ejection. The Wachowskis captured it all for maximum visual impact. The Remington 870 is a devastating shotgun used by SWAT teams in The Matrix 1999, designed to overwhelm with sheer force during ambushes. Police and soldiers pump these during the opening chase and lobby massacre. These 12-gauge workhorses have been dropping bodies since 1950, and at around $400 they're democracy's answer to expensive automatic weapons. The 4+1 capacity means 5 shells of 00 buckshot or slugs, each one delivering fight-ending power. 7 pounds of American steel stretch across 48 inches, demanding respect from both ends. Buckshot spreads the love at close range, while slugs reach out to 100 meters with 1,200 feet per second authority. The pump action never fails. When an agent might jump into any cop's body, reliability beats capacity. SWAT teams work these guns during ambushes, that distinctive pump action sound announcing their presence. Each shell ejection shows the mechanical beauty of a simple, brutal design. The Franchi Spas 12 is a beast of a shotgun, racked dramatically by Neo in The Matrix 1999 during the unforgettable lobby shootout. This 9.7-pound Italian monster holds 8+1 rounds of 12-gauge devastation, nearly doubling the Remington's capacity. Trinity turns one against its owner in a moment of brutal efficiency, while soldiers throughout the lobby scene carry them as symbols of serious firepower. Discontinued status and Hollywood fame push current prices past $3,600 for collectors lucky enough to find one. The folding stock aids close-quarters handling, though at 41 inches it still commands space. The dual-mode action pump or semi-auto gave filmmakers options, though the iconic pumping motion won out. Each blast at 1,200 feet per second announces Neo's transformation from hacker to warrior. Within 50 meters, nothing walks away from a direct hit. The Wachowskis knew this gun would steal scenes. That dramatic rack became instant cinema history. Mouse's auto shotguns are custom-crafted beasts in The Matrix 1999, wielded by the crew's tech-savvy Dreamer during the Rebel hideout ambush. He dual-wields these fictional weapons as SWAT storms the hideout, walls exploding under the barrage. Those 25-round drum magazines of 12-gauge shells exist only in the Matrix universe, but what a way to go. The props weigh an estimated 11 pounds at 23.6 inches, compact enough for Mouse's frantic last stand. The drums keep feeding while Mouse sprays everything that moves, though his enthusiasm can't overcome tactical training and agent reflexes. Within 20 to 30 meters, these imaginary weapons would be devastating if they existed. The design screams Mouse's personality, a dreamer who programs women in red dresses and also dreams up impossible guns. No real-world price exists because these purely exist in the Wachowskis' imagination, created specifically to give Mouse a memorable exit. Sometimes the best weapons are the ones that could never exist. The GE M134 minigun is Neo's heavy weapon in The Matrix 1999 for the helicopter rescue. This 85-pound monster spins 6 barrels to achieve 3,000 rounds per minute of 7.62 to 51mm NATO Fury. Belt-fed for essentially unlimited ammunition, it turns office buildings into Swiss cheese from 1,200 meters away. Those bullets leave at 2,800 feet per second, carrying enough energy to punch through walls, desks, and anyone hiding behind them. Civilian ownership remains a pipe dream. Transferable examples exceed $250,000 when they rarely surface. Neo wields this mechanical god to showcase his evolution beyond human limitations. Agents flee as entire rooms disintegrate, the miniguns roar, drowning out everything else. Pure spectacle meets practical effects in one of action cinema's defining moments. The Wachowskis saved this for the climax, knowing nothing could top its devastating presence. The Smith & Wesson Model 10 is a lobby guard's revolver in The Matrix 1999, representing basic enforcement. One guard reaches for his during Neo and Trinity's assault, never getting the chance to clear leather. Another manages to call for backup before joining his colleague on the floor. These .38 special revolvers hold just 6 rounds, but at close range they count. The 3-inch barrel variant weighs 34 ounces across 8.875 inches total length. Modern prices sit between $400 and $600 for a piece of wheelgun history. Those .38 special rounds manage about 900 feet per second, adequate for guards who never expected to face the one. Within 25 to 50 meters, it handles basic security work, though against rebels with automatic weapons, 6 shots feels desperately inadequate. The heavy barrel version adds stability, though stability means nothing when Trinity's already behind you. The Wachowskis included these to show the security hierarchy, from basic revolvers to military hardware. The Cobra M11-9 is Oppok's SMG in The Matrix 1999 for cover during escapes. This MAC-10 descendant pushes 9 Clam 119mm rounds through 32-round magazines at roughly 1,000 rounds per minute. Oppok works the trigger to keep SWAT heads down during the wall escape sequence, buying precious seconds for the crew's evacuation. The elongated receiver distinguishes it from its predecessor, stretching the package to 11.5 inches. At 3.5 pounds unloaded, it balances firepower with portability. Those 124-grain bullets achieve 1,150 feet per second, effective to about 50 meters in trained hands. Today's market prices these between $500 and $1,000, depending on configuration and paperwork. The Wachowskis included diverse weapons to show each rebel's personality. Oppok's choice reflects practical efficiency over flash. When you need suppressive fire fast, this compact blaster delivers.